Good evening. It is great to be in North Carolina. Aren't they great? I'm proud of these guys. They've had since when? Midday Friday. We were supposed to start Friday morning, but due to some snow and ice, we had to have a delayed start. They got the music at about 1 o'clock on Friday, and this is 24 hours plus a little bit later. So I'm really proud of them for the kind of work they've done, for their sight reading skills, for their ability to make beautiful music. This has been a real treat for me to be here. I want to thank so much all of the hosts that we've had, especially Western Carolina, John West and all of his folks here. They have been just delightful, and we've had everything we've needed, so it's been wonderful. I'd like to give a little explanation about this next piece. Let me just start by saying that small children may not appreciate this. It gets a little loud. So I'm giving the warning now that you may want to head out to the lobby with small children if you think they might be scared. The piece that we're going to do paints a picture of a particular scene during World War II. We got to about 1945 in the war, and the Nazis were getting pretty desperate. And at this point, they needed to do something that they would hope would help them get ahead in the war. So they did something that's unbelievably terrible. They fed information to British spies that they were going to stockpile troops and ammunition in the city of Dresden, Germany. What they did instead is made sure they moved all the troops and ammunition out and left women and children and some injured there in the city of Dresden. Of course, hoping that this would end the war, the Americans and the British bombed Dresden. And the piece that these guys are going to play will depict the night before or the night of the bombing, and then throughout the bombing, and then in the morning. Now, I would like to say that I am the daughter of a military family, about 3 generations worth, and I am very proud to be an American. I'm very proud. Things that sometimes happen that aren't pretty, but they're the reason why we can have events like this. But let me paint the picture of what happened that night. First, you're going to hear a piece called Ave Maria. It's not the one you recognize, but that's the women and children going to church late Sunday night. But you'll hear throughout it these little pings of impending doom. And then after they get home and they go to bed at night and it's time for they think it's going to be a peaceful evening, and it's dark because all the lights are out in the cities in Europe just to hopefully hide the cities, you'll hear the sound of bombers coming from off in the distance. And then throughout the time you'll start to hear the dropping of bombs, you'll hear the jelly incinerators, the splashing of those. Then you'll start to hear the cries for help. And then you'll be able to tell, I think, when we're in the midst of the battle and at the end, the steam that's rising up from the fires, from the firestorm that happened, and then the lone cry of a child at the end. This is an incredibly difficult piece. I can't even hardly believe they put it together in this short amount of time. This is college level stuff. And they are going to present right now Daniel Buchvik's Symphony No. 1, Dresden.